What's up, guys? Welcome to another episode of Real Estate Podcast, episode 136. Here with Griffin.
I'm here with T-Rab.
And I'm here with Adam.
This week we watched Jacob's Ladder, and I don't know if we all did. We all watch both of them.
I did.
I watched both of them.
I did.
All right. Okay, we watched Jacob's Ladder, and then we watched Jacob's Splatter. Am I right? Y'all get it?
Well,
Y'all
we gotta address the
Y'all
elephant in the
remember
room.
y'all remember the end of it, Jacob's Splatter?
I remember.
I've been waiting to say that.
We gotta
What's
address
the elephant in the room?
It's fucking Halloween, guys.
Is it?
Yeah.
Today?
Technically. No,
Oh, I was like,
no. It's Halloween in like 2 days from the time.
oh, okay. I was like, wow, what?
This is our Halloween episode of 2019.
Pretty much. Oh, yeah.
And I can't think of any better movie to watch.
Jacob's Ladder?
I mean, well, the first one. Let's be clear. But
I didn't even put the other one in the title. I just put the first one.
I mean, you know. So let's go ahead and y'all want to do the remake first?
Yeah, that's the order I watched it in. I watched the old one. Yeah, I watched that one first.
So I've seen this movie a lot. I watched it probably when I was like 12, 13 for the first time, you know.
Mm-hmm.
It was something that was on like Stars or HBO or some shit.
Oh, so you didn't know nothing about it?
No, it's just one of those things. I'm like, Tim Robbins, that's the dude from Shawshank. This has got to be good. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
So that's, you know, and then I see a chick like fuck the devil, and then I'm like, all right, is this what we're in store for now?
Mm-hmm.
You know. But the movie starts out like a typical war Vietnam movie, you know. People sitting around.
You come over here and hold my
the
dick.
War at home.
Yeah. Come over here and hold my dick. He's like, I don't have any tweezers.
And I mean, you know, they were getting on like a house on fire. You know what I mean? Like
some good shit.
Yeah. And then shit starts getting weird.
Yeah, it got weird.
Right out of the gate.
Was there something in that weed?
No.
I think it started having seizures and shit.
Well, he wasn't eating, but the one dude, the
black
skinny
guy?
dude, I think the black guy and the skinny dude were eating. I think they put it in their food.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Because he started fucking. Dude was like, my head. And the other guy was like, my head. And he just fell down and started bleeding.
Yeah. He was like puking blood up and shit. It was fucking crazy.
Yeah.
And then while that shit's happening, they're like, we're getting attacked.
Mm-hmm. There's movement in the tree line.
Yeah. And that opening shot goes on for like a good 10, 15 minutes. Like them in war and doing all that shit.
Mm-hmm.
And then like he gets hit with the fucking bayonet.
Mm-hmm.
And then he wakes up on a fucking train.
Subway, dude.
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Y'all, when he woke up, though, and he looks up on the thing, and it was like something about living in New York. And then the other one was like about living in hell. You know, like doing drugs and all this. You know, you don't have to live in hell.
Yeah. Well, they drop subtle hints through the whole thing.
Yeah.
I mean, after watching it so many times, it's just you pick up every time I watch it. I pick up on more and more.
Not to mention, he asked several times if he's dead or not.
Yeah,
he's like, "Am I dead?"
Yeah.
Like,
well, people tell.
Not yet.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
They're like, "You're already dead." And he's like, "Get the fuck out of here."
Yeah. No, I'm not. He didn't want to let go, did he?
No.
Is that what it was? He just never did. He didn't want to accept it.
Yeah. Well, it was that whole quote thing where it's like, you know,
at the end,
the demons are ripping away everything that makes you you, but they're actually angels helping you overcome.
Like figure it out.
Yeah, what you're holding on to. That was like the whole.
Because you're not. Even if someone comes up and they're like, "Yo, you're dead," you're gonna be like, "No, I'm not."
Yeah, get the fuck out of here.
It's like an onion.
Yeah,
it's got layers
to it. Yeah, but But yeah, like the train thing happens, and then he sees some creepy old woman on the train.
Yeah.
And he's like, "Well, I'm getting the fuck out of here."
Yeah.
He's asking her like, "Have we passed Bergen
I just kind of
Street?"
figured she was foreign. It's a foreign, so I was like, she don't speak English. Keep going.
Yeah.
She just the way she looked at him.
Yeah.
And then when the train went by after it left, the way she looked, she wasn't even looking at him. She was looking at the camera.
Yeah, it was so fucking
She
creepy.
like looks
dude.
into your soul.
Yeah, I didn't like it.
When he was in the elevator going up, there were all these coins there.
Yeah.
And I kind of thought about, when they would put the coins on their eyes.
Yeah. To pay the ferryman.
That's the way I kind of looked
Yeah.
at that. I was like, is that what that is? Like,
I think it was.
when the train goes by, it was when the subway goes by, and all the people are banging on the window, and he's like fucking. It was a pretty cool scene.
Yeah.
That guy laying there with a fucking tail.
I know, right? Like, what the
creepy
fuck was
that? First time I watched it, I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah. Well, you don't really know what you're getting yourself into the first time you watch it, because you're like, horror movie, Tim Robbins. Like, what could possibly go wrong? And it's like,
first time I watched it, I thought he was just fucking crazy.
Right.
Till it was over.
They do a good job at like, this is one thing that I loved about the original that I hated about the remake was like, they do a good job at like, you see what he sees, and then you don't see what's happening in reality.
What everybody else sees.
Yeah. And I love that, because the whole time you're like, is this shit real, or is he imagining it, or is it actually demons? Like, what the fuck is going on? Like, it leaves you up until like the very end of the film wondering what's real and what's not. Like, especially with those mind fuck scenes, like when he's in the bathtub.
Yeah.
And then they pour that fucking ice in there, and then he like wakes up in the bed with his wife and the kids, and the kid comes in there and it's cold, and you're like, so we're in a different movie now?
I'm like, is this real?
Yeah.
Was that a dream? But then when he woke up there and his eye, man, we were talking about it earlier. That's a really cool shot.
I love that scene.
Yeah, it's a really cool, that camera above him.
Yeah.
And she's like, you melted 80 pounds of ice in 8 hours.
Yeah.
And it's like, lucky your brain didn't boil.
Yeah. Well, and another thing that they added to it too was like, okay, so if he was in Vietnam and they were doing some kind of experimental drug on it, every time he goes to the chiropractor, that would release that shit into his brain.
Yeah, especially if it was in some form of like LSD.
Yeah. So the whole time you're like, maybe he's just imagining it. Every time he goes to the chiropractor, he starts seeing crazy shit. You know what I mean?
He's like, I ever told you you're an angel? He's like, yeah, every time you come here. He was standing there like, he was an angel.
Yeah, that was his guardian angel.
Yeah. Oh, dude, when he comes in there to get him, he's like, you fucking barbarians.
Yeah, this is unacceptable. Yeah. There's a lot to unpack in this film, for real. Like when he's walking home and the girls are talking to him and stuff.
Mr. Postman?
They're singing to him and all that stuff.
Yeah, this is when the car comes after him, right?
Yeah. So it's very well written to where like it breaks the tension when things like that happen, and he reacts to it and he's having a good time, and then immediately after that he's getting chased down.
Well, that's how they spread it out.
Yeah.
That's how, because it's not just 24/7 fucking weird.
Yeah.
Because then like some crazy shit would happen and he would flip out. And then in the next scene, he'd be acting normal and he'd have his shit together, and he's like trying to blame it. Well, the government did this shit to us, man.
Yeah.
That's the that's the only reason this shit's happening.
Yeah.
Now let me ask you this: he's at that party with all of his military buddies.
Yeah.
And they're all like, what he said he was seeing things, and then you can tell that everybody's there they've all seen these things.
Yeah.
Were they all in fucking limbo too, or was that just all in his little world? Or were they really there? So none of that was even real. That was just all made up for him.
Yeah, I think that was just in his head. Because I mean, everybody died. Like I'm they don't touch on it, but I'm almost 100% sure that everybody that was
he was the
there,
only one that they pulled out, and he only lived,
yeah,
until
yeah,
whatever. But so did the government really do that to them?
yeah, I think so.
Well, in the flashback, you see it's an M16. It's a U.S. military rifle that stabs him. And then the way that he looked at the guy, he looked at him like, "What the fuck are you doing? Like,
Yeah,
you're not supposed to kill me."
yeah,
I mean, that's the first time you're like, "Wait a minute." It's almost like he looked at him like he knew him.
yeah. Well, I think
So
that it
so all
has.
of that happened.
Yeah, I think what it has to do with is like everybody else started fucking tripping, and that's why like those platoons started fighting each other, because they were all tripping the fuck out.
Mhm.
And I don't think that he was tripping. I think that's why he lasted as long as he did.
Mhm.
Because I mean that shit was killing people before anything started happening.
Yeah.
So that's how I interpreted it anyway. I may be completely wrong.
So when he talked to the scientist, or this guy's like, "I just made LSD, man. I'm
Yeah,
not, I'm no one special."
yeah,
The guy told him everything that happened, but that shit was in his like limbo world.
yeah.
It's almost like he had to solve that
To get to the next
because he was
step.
still like stuck on it.
Yeah,
He was stuck on that
That's
shit.
exactly what it was, man.
Yeah.
Like the
He wouldn't
whole
let it go. That's why that one guy told him
the
when they picked him up, they said,
the journey
"Whatever
was
happened, you need to let it go."
his mind figuring, like his mind letting go, like he was like all that was happening while he was dying on the battlefield.
yeah,
It all played out, and that's his life flashing before his eyes type
Yeah.
of ordeal. That's what it was.
Yeah, we were talking about that earlier with Marina. It's like they throw you with the time frame because this all takes a while. But to him, it was, it could have been a few hours.
well, yeah. I mean, it
That's
could be
how
almost instant.
yeah,
Yeah,
that your life could flash before your eyes. That's but that was really cool. Even when those guys picked him up and they were like, "Let it lie,
And well,
drop this shit," like they were trying
and
to help him.
it's also metaphorical for the idea that just because a soldier comes home doesn't mean that they died. They didn't die on the battlefield, because a part of them could have.
Mm-hmm.
yeah,
War fucks you up.
yeah. Well, and it's bad enough that you get fucked up by PTSD and things such as that. But if the government is gonna like slip some shit to you, they're gonna
Which
fucking.
supposedly they did.
I mean, I believe it. But
There's
it's
actually class action lawsuits against the government for creating Lyme disease around World War II. Up
creating it.
around, yeah, they used it on the dude. They deny this shit up and down, but they brought these fucking German scientists over here around New York and shit, and they created it and then used it. They used it on people, like, because dude, Lyme disease, like some days you can't even lift your fucking arms.
Yeah,
You're weak.
yeah,
There's lawsuits, dude, but they'll never admit it because since then a lot of people have gotten sick from it. But yeah, there's they'll never
yeah.
admit it because they don't want to pay out.
Right,
But they fucking supposedly
right.
that shit was
Allegedly.
created in a lab and they used it on soldiers. I
Right.
think in Europe somewhere, just to see what would happen.
Yeah.
There's I don't know I don't know how to tell you to look it up, but by us living in this country, there's some paperwork somewhere that says they're allowed to test shit on us if they want to. And
Yeah.
we're Americans. They're allowed to. I mean,
Right.
that's the price you pay to live here, right?
Yeah.
If they want to, they can. Which is kind of scary.
Yeah.
But so at the end of the movie they give you that little thing where there was always chatter that they did this shit, but they never admitted it.
Right.
I mean, I kind of believe it, dude. That's like you got guys now coming back, which is a different war, but a lot of those dudes from Vietnam, man,
They're
ain't
fucked
fucking
up.
normal. I know one dude. When he's just sitting there, his hands are just shaking like crazy. He's all kinds of fucked up, dude.
Yeah.
He's not a normal person. I've seen a lot of guys come back from Afghanistan that you could tell they lost people and they're like real depressed.
Right.
But not like these. I'm not trying to say that one war was, worse than the other, but uh, those dudes that came back from Nam, there was a bunch of them that were fucked up.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know.
It's ridiculous, really, whenever you think about it. I mean, these people are laying their lives on the line, and you're
For
going to be
what?
like, all right.
Now I can kind of get behind some of this other stuff, but I just remember even in high school the teacher being like, "Well, it was a conflict. It wasn't a war." And I was like, I think they called it the Vietnam War. We had no business over there at
Yeah.
all. Like that should have never happened. Ever.
Yeah.
But anyway, I do declare Mr. Beauregard.
Yeah.
Cool movie, man. He just peels his life away. And wouldn't that suck? Would it suck to be stuck in some shit like that?
Yeah.
Do y'all want
Of
that to
course.
happen to y'all, where you got to go through that, or
No.
Where you just more or less have to go through an endless cycle of shit
until you
realize
figure it out?
it's a scary
Would you
thought.
want that?
No. Not at all. I mean, because think
it'd be happening right now. You don't know. I mean,
Well,
obviously
yeah.
it's not, but
Well, you never know.
I hope not.
Well, I mean, that's the idea that, like when you die, you live your life again. And then when that version of you dies, you live your life again. And it just is like a never ending cycle. Like I've heard that some people consider that it's not reincarnation, but some people consider that what the afterlife will be. You just continue to relive your life over and over and over again until
Yeah, what'd Dalia say? Hopefully you get a bigger dick when you come back.
Yeah,
Own it.
I mean, but I would not like that at all. I mean, I couldn't imagine having to go through that shit, then seeing the shit that he saw, and then like discovering that like not only he is seeing this shit and having to deal with it, but also people that he served with is dealing with it. So he's not crazy, so it's real. So how much of a mind fuck is that when you realize that what you see is actual reality? You know what I mean? Like it's just, and to an extent, it all was. I mean, it was all demons or angels, however you want to look at it, like just trying to get him on the path that he needs to go on.
Well, throughout the whole movie, a handful of people tell him that he needs to let that shit go.
Yeah.
Let the army shit go.
Yeah.
Even his buddies, when they go into the lawyer's office, which dude did a great job.
Yeah. George.
Yeah, he did a good job. Whenever they leave and he calls them, they're like, dude, it's done.
Yeah.
That's it. It's over.
Yeah.
Shit happens in war. Move
It
the
is
fuck
what it
on.
is. Yeah.
But he just couldn't let it go.
Yeah. Well, and then whenever the guy, the guy finds him and tells him about it.
Yeah.
Yes, I created this shit. The government wanted to use it, made people crazy. We gave it to some POWs and they ripped each other apart.
Yeah, out in a yard one day. He said the monkeys, they did it on the monkeys first. They just ripped each other apart. He's like, but what those fucking soldiers did, we didn't even think it was possible for a man to do something like that. Like,
yeah.
I wouldn't put it past the government to do some shit like that. Like, create a drug where, because what they were trying to do there was like take all fucking fear away from them. And they just go in there. They don't even care if they die.
No. Yeah.
You know, they just get it done.
But there's a lot of really, really, really cool scenes in this film.
There ain't no chuffa in this movie.
No, it's 2 hours of perfection.
Zero chuffa.
The scene where he's walking and the car starts to chase him, the way that the camera like pans up and you see him walking down that whatever the fuck it is, it's so amazing. The bathtub.
The dude comes running around the corner. It's the same guy that he saw at the party.
Yeah.
Shaking his head. I'm guessing this is. Oh, he comes around the corner. He's like, run. And it's like, what? What's happening in the car? Now, it's funny because like when you're watching it in this movie and the other one, because they have a car scene, you know.
Yeah.
Well, in this one, they pick him up later. You know when he comes out of the thing and they grab him, the lawyer.
Yeah.
And they grab him and put him in the car. I'm like, who fucking taught these motherfuckers how to drive? They're just like slamming into everything, just all over the fucking place, like driving all crazy. Just funny, but after that, that's when this shit starts getting weird. But how long? Well, I guess from the time he was stabbed until the time he died, that's how long he'd been trying to work on this. But
yeah,
in his head, it just seemed like it's forever, dude. Like,
yeah,
it just seemed like it was. You know, she's like, you've been laid up in the house for 2 weeks.
Yeah. Well, and you got to think about this. Like, when that happens, he was probably in Vietnam for what, 1-2 years, maybe.
So wait, let me ask you this, man. So this shit was happening to him.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all know how like that one time when he fell down, he was looking up and he could see that thing he was being pulled up into that helicopter?
Yeah.
Was that like the reason you're seeing that then? Because that was like happening.
Yeah, at that particular moment.
That was happening, and then he kind of drifts back off, you know.
Yeah.
Into his damn DMT trip, which is kind of what it is, and then he's just back off into that. So anytime you saw these scenes from, you know, especially the ones that were kind of in real time, like he would have flashbacks to shit that happened before, but
yeah,
you could always see like, oh, this is a new scene, like they're putting him in a helicopter.
Yeah.
You know, like when that guy was standing above him, and he saw him come up with the flashlights, you know.
Yeah.
That's fucking awesome.
Yeah. I mean, the movie itself needs to be like picked apart and studied in film school if it's not.
Oh, I'm sure that it's required. Like, it's got to be. There's no way.
It fucking better be, man. I mean, it's perfect.
Was this a book?
No.
It wasn't a book?
No, it wasn't.
Wow.
It was written by Bruce Joel Rubin. And he wrote Deadly Friend. Deadly
Deep
Friend.
Impact.
Yeah, Ghost. Yeah. Stuart Little 2.
Ugh.
The Last Mimsy. The Time Traveler's Wife.
All right, I'm looking at the list here. He never topped Jacob's Ladder.
No.
Wow, dude. Looking at the list of shit that he wrote, like you're like, what?
Yeah.
Because as soon as I went and looked, I was like, oh man, this dude, I bet he's got one hell of a portfolio. Dude.
Well,
is he still alive?
I think so. Look at the guy that directed it, though. He directed Flashdance, 9.5 Weeks, Fatal Attraction, Jacob's Ladder, Indecent Proposal, Lolita, Unfaithful. And he's working on one right now that's in pre-production called Deep Water.
Well, I know that Fatal Attraction and Indecent Proposal. Let me look at Fatal Attraction. Yeah, that's the one with what's his name? Michael Douglas.
Yeah, Glenn Close.
Those were two big movies.
Yeah.
For their time. But fucking Jacob's Ladder, dude.
Yeah, I don't think he has anything on that.
Oh, dude.
I mean, it's perfect.
That
man.
was the role of a lifetime.
Yeah.
Really.
National treasure.
And Tim Robbins has been in, Mystic River, The Shawshank Redemption. I mean, you name it.
Yeah.
A lot of big movies. Tenacious D, The Pick of Destiny.
Yeah.
Remember He Was a Stranger?
Yeah.
A shitload of movies, but that was the role of a lifetime.
Yeah, it was.
Even over like Shawshank Redemption, which is still a good movie. But Jacob's Ladder's the role of a lifetime, dude. They'll never.
Well, the thing with him being in it is he's just a dude.
Yeah.
That's what makes him so believable. Like in this, you believe he's going through all this shit. In Shawshank Redemption, you believe that he didn't kill his wife and that he's wrongfully in prison. You know what I'm saying? Like he has one of those faces, all that shit that just like pours out reality. It's crazy. He's been in a lot of shit too.
That bathtub scene is really good.
Yeah, I know. I've never seen Mystic River. Is it worth a watch?
Yeah, it's all right. I mean, I don't. Didn't that have was it? Yeah, Sean Penn's in it.
Yeah.
I mean, I saw it back then when it came out, 2003. So, I mean, it's not as good as this.
Right.
Got a 7.9 on IMDb though. Dude, what's Jacob's Ladder have? I'm gonna go back and look at that. 7.5.
Yeah.
This movie's a 10.
Yeah.
This movie is a 10. Yeah. Hang on, let's check this. Even the Google review is 85%. Well, 72 on Rotten Tomatoes.
Well, I can see why. Because it's not made for.
It is not made for everyone.
No. So,
dude, I guarantee you there's people that watch this movie and when it goes off, they're still like, I don't know what the fuck just happened.
Right.
Guarantee it. You know that kind of person.
I do.
Like they prefer to watch like Dancing with the Stars or, something like that. They just don't, movies like this, where you gotta, I don't know, think a little bit.
Yeah.
Or at least take it in. You for damn sure got to pay the fuck attention. Like,
yeah.
But you can't just sit there and talk through this shit.
No. Well, and it takes you on the journey. It wraps everything up and puts a bow on it, but you have to watch it. You have to pay attention.
Dude, if I was watching this with somebody and they kept like talking and shit, I'd be like, dude, I would stop it and be like, yo, we're either going to watch this or we're not.
Yeah.
You're going to have to shut the fuck up.
Right.
Because I want to see it.
Yeah.
If you're going to sit here and talk, we might as well turn this shit off. Because when we get to the end, you're going to be like, I didn't like it. It's like, motherfucker, you didn't pay attention.
Yeah.
Why'd they put that needle in his head? Did you not hear what they said to him? They're like, motherfucker, you're dead.
Yeah.
You've been dead.
How badass was that fucking when they're pushing him through on that gurney?
The old ass hospital.
Oh, that was so fucking cool.
That's when they push him into the room, and the girl that worked at the post office, his girlfriend, was a nurse, and there's all these people gathered around, and
they put this fucking weird ass shit.
That needle in his head, the guy with no eyes.
Yeah.
That was a crazy scene, dude, because when he was going through there, up above him, there was someone, like that little weird looking gimp looking thing. Crawling across. I don't know what to call him. I mean, he's break out the gimp. But when he would see shit like the woman, when he asked to speak to that doctor, and she's like, there's no doctor here by that name. She bent over and had that fucking like bone and shit sticking out of her head, like teeth or something.
Yeah.
So the girl that was there, was she an angel? Was she
Which
supposed
girl?
to help him? Well, like his girlfriend. He never, dude. He never had that girl as a girlfriend. I don't think.
No.
He never dated her.
I think that was. I think there's more to that needs to be unpacked. You know what I'm
She
saying?
was at the party.
Yeah.
He worked with her.
Yeah.
And she may have like when him and his wife did him and his wife even split up?
I don't think so. I mean,
Like he
because
went to the war. He never made it back from the war. So
yeah. So they said
so
that
dude,
the
he was
kid
making up all
died.
this shit that never happened.
Yeah.
He never worked at the post office.
No, he was a doctor. Here, they've got.
Well, remember at the end when he finally went back to his real house?
Yeah.
He was like, "It's been a while since you've been here. Would you like me to call up top and get some help?"
Yeah.
It's like, oh, he's talking about heaven.
Right. Well, there was some additional scenes in the script that were changed or removed.
That scene where they give him a shot in the head, there's a deleted scene there too. There's deleted scenes.
Right. Yeah. Well, the additional scenes that weren't, I don't even think they were filmed. They were just removed completely.
They just took it out.
Yeah. So during the dance scene, all the dancers turn into demons. During one of his Vietnam flashbacks, Jacob has a vision of a celestial staircase accompanied by heavenly music.
That would have been a little too much.
Right. Jacob watches a reverend on TV who rants about the world coming to an end. Jacob sees an image of a demon on the wall of his living room, which, when he looks closely at it, becomes a portal to hell. A scene following the antidote sequence in which the ceiling explodes and Jacob is surrounded by a vision of heaven. And then a different ending where Jezzie turns herself inside out and transforms into a huge demon, which Jacob has to fight before ascending to heaven.
Yeah, to fight his demons.
Yeah. Well, I don't think that she was an angel. I just think that she was, because I think that she was the devil.
That's what she was one of them. Well, the way that she like talked about his kids.
Yeah.
And then because they had Bible names, she wouldn't even say them.
Yeah.
She wouldn't even say their Bible names.
Yeah. Not only that, but like you said with the kids thing, she's just like, it makes him want
to latch on. Is that the one that died?
Yeah. Well, it makes him want to latch on to all that stuff that much more. Because think about it, if you want to look at it as like a battle of your soul, of like the demons are fucking with you, and like if you get too far deep, then you're just going to wind up in hell. Then I think that that she's Satan.
She was a demon.
And she is.
I think you're right, because when they show in that one flashback, it's like, she's like fucking a demon.
Yeah.
That like horn thing comes out her mouth. Yeah. Like that was them showing you that she's not good for him.
No.
And then later, she's working with those doctors. She's one of the nurses, and that dude busts up in there and he's like, what the fuck? He, his guardian angel shows up to get him out of there. Like,
yeah.
And like to us, it just, you're watching the movie, it just looks like he's showing up to get him out of here, but like he's an angel.
Yeah.
And he came up in there like, get your fucking hands off of him. I'm taking him.
Yeah.
You're not doing this. You're taking him down. So I guess like during this whole thing here, you still, whether you were good or not in life, you're picking your path here still.
Yeah.
You can either choose to go downhill or uphill here. Is what I mean, right? Like he was trying to get him away from it.
Yeah.
Dude, oh yeah, that scene where she leans in. Is there anybody in there?
Yeah.
And her eyes fucking were black and.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you never saw like any of the good people do that.
No.
Was that his? You remember in the other movie, the girl, the woman he kept seeing?
And
then at the end, she like changes, and then all of a sudden, that was strange. But
yeah. We'll get into that.
Yeah. But
On the trivia here, it says after initial test audiences reported that the film was overwhelming, the director cut out 20 minutes of material, almost all of which came from the last third of the film. 4 major sequences were removed after Jacob first meets Michael. A scene where Michael gives him an antidote for the ladder, a scene where Jacob thinks he is cured but turns out not to be, a scene where he goes to Michael's apartment and finds Michael decapitated, and a scene just prior to his final meeting with Gabe where he meets Jezzie, who shows her true form. I would like to see the extended, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I don't know if they ever released it. The deleted scenes are actually on YouTube. There's one video that's 13 minutes of deleted scenes, so that's almost.
Yeah.
And then there's another video of about 9 minutes, and I don't know. They could have some of the same.
Right.
This is a movie that I could watch with the commentary on.
Oh yeah.
Just to know, like, oh, you know, because it's nice when you watch it. You know, to hear the director like, this is why we did this, or
yeah,
you know, we were thinking about doing it this way. This is a good commentary movie.
Yeah, I'd like to watch it with the director's commentary and then the writer's commentary.
Or one with them together.
Yeah. So apparently Jacob's ladder is derived from the Bible.
Is it?
It says that Jacob's ladder is a ladder leading to heaven that was featured in a dream of biblical patriarch Jacob had during his flight from his brother Esau in the book of Genesis. The significance of the dream has been debated, but most interpretations agree that it identified Jacob with the obligations and inheritance of the people chosen by God as understood in Abrahamic religions. So, the theme of a ladder to heaven is often used by the church fathers. Ignatius in the 2nd century described the Christian church as the ladder of ascent to God. In the 3rd century, Origen explains that there are 2 ladders in life of a Christian: the ascetic ladder that the soul climbs on earth by way of and resulting in an increase in virtue, and the soul's travel after death, climbing up to heaven towards the light of God. In the 4th century,
Cue the Zeppelin.
I know. In the 4th century, Gregory of Nazianzus speaks of ascending Jacob's ladder by successive steps towards excellence, interpreting the ladder as an ascetic path, while St. Gregory of Nyssa narrates that Moses climbed on Jacob's ladder to reach the heavens, where he entered the tabernacle not made with hands, thus giving the ladder a clear mystical meaning. The interpretation is also found in St. John, whatever. It says the ladder is an analogy for the spiritual ascetic of life, enjoyed wide influences thanks to the classical work, The Ladder of Divine Ascent.
I got some. I'll post that. Go ahead. Sorry.
But and it's interesting too, where like at the end of the day, like he was climbing the ladder. He was going through the, you know what I mean? He was going through the motions. He had to figure it out.
When he looked, his buddy called him. Was like, I got to see you. It's really important. And he was like, I don't think I can. He's like, weird shit's been happening. And he's like, where you at? You know?
Yeah, I'm on my way.
As soon as he got hung up off the phone there, he looked at that book he was looking at, which I think was some kind of Bible or something.
Yeah.
And it showed a guy like in some kind of like water or something, and there was someone pulling him out, like saving him.
Yeah.
And it's like, that's what's happening.
Yeah.
Like, this dude's coming along to, like, you know, it's just the next step.
Yeah.
Here's some photos of Jacob's Ladder.
Wow.
Yeah, check it out. Kind of a To me, when it's got that kind of tilt, that's pretty much a staircase. But
Yeah.
those Death Stranding stills look great.
yeah, that's Jacob's Ladder, man.
Yeah. It's just, there's so much to unpack with it, man. From like the biblical sense of it to the government military sense of it to just one man like struggling with whether his reality is breaking down around him or not. It's just, and it's done so well where at the end of it you're not like, why did they have this in there? You know what I mean?
I mean, everything was there. Everything was there for a reason. I would watch a longer version of this movie.
Yeah,
it's not
absolutely.
even 2 hours. Yeah, and I would watch an hour, 2.5 hours, 2:45. Like what? Come on, what you got?
Yeah.
I wish they wouldn't see. It had, like when you're watching this movie, you're like, this could have been over 2 hours. It was.
Yeah.
At one point, it was like what, maybe 2 hours, 15 minutes, 20 minutes, something like that, maybe.
Right.
And they pulled some shit out. Did y'all were there scenes that gave you like, you get like anxiety where you get a little, you're just like, whoa, well, see, you already know what happens. The first time I watched it, I remember being like, whoa, dude, this is,
I think with what we know, this film is on a level that I feel like, how we haven't brought up Bad Lieutenant decisions in quite a while.
Yeah.
The Bad Lieutenant decision for this whole ordeal for this episode is that they chose to remake the movie instead of just releasing an extended cut and letting the movie be.
Yeah.
Well, me and Griffin talked about it, earlier. Even he was talking about it yesterday. You probably could have just changed the name of that other movie and that been its own thing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And it wasn't terrible. But it doesn't hold. When you put it up against Jacob's Ladder, it's like, come on, dude, those some big shoes to fill. And, your movie wasn't 100% terrible, but you didn't get anywhere near Jacob's Ladder. Like, you don't deserve to call yourself Jacob's Ladder. Like,
it spent the first 30 minutes trying to be everything but that movie.
It was different, and it had its own little twist, and which was good that it did something different.
Yeah.
It was kind of like, oh, do y'all want to? Let's get on with that one. In a minute, we'll go ahead and touch on that one because I don't think it wasn't the worst movie I've ever seen, but it wasn't Jacob's Ladder.
No.
But what movie is? Like, what movie can you throw out where you're like?
Yeah, I mean,
I've seen this movie quite a few times. Never get tired of watching it.
No, not at all.
Like, that's how good it is. And it's one of those where you like, if you got a buddy that's in the film, and you're like, you haven't seen Jacob's Ladder? We're watching it. Pull up a fucking chair, bitch.
Well, and the original is such an underrated classic. I mean,
I bet when it came out, I mean, I wonder how people took it then. Don't you think it's a little ahead of its time?
Absolutely. I 100% believe that.
Like, if this movie came, I mean, and I'm sure it got the praise that it deserved, but if this movie came out now, oh, fuck, motherfuckers would be like, holy shit, dude, this is...
Yeah. Well, that's the great thing about film.
Can always relive it. Like Trav said, that they should have just re-released the extended director's 4K cut.
Yeah.
Because is this on Blu-ray?
Yeah, I've got it on Blu-ray.
It's on Blu-ray? Well, okay.
I've got it, but I don't know where the fuck it's at.
Yeah. I may have a Blu-ray copy. I don't know. I haven't seen my Blu-rays in a while, but copy that I watched was good.
Yeah.
Looked good. Like, but I would be down to see an extended, high-quality cut of this one.
Yeah.
This movie goes on the shelf.
For sure.
Yeah.
Well, this is how bad people didn't understand it.
You got some like reviews when it came out?
No, I've got the budget. Just the budget of it tells you everything you need to know. So $25 million was
that's how much they spent on the movie.
Yeah.
Wow.
It made 26.
Well, like you said earlier, it's one of those movies.
Yeah.
Look, it came out in 1990.
Yeah.
Look at all the other movies that were coming out around that time.
Yeah, I know.
This movie's on a whole nother level.
Yeah.
Like, especially, around that time. Y'all remember the fucking 90s.
Yeah.
You remember, well, you saw all the other movies that the director and the writer did.
Well, like this.
That was the 90s.
This movie was like the Midsommar of the 90s. Everybody riding off the height of, Return of the Jedi and fucking Batman 89 and shit. Like,
those two people will never make something as good as that again. Or even, I'm sure Tim Robbins will be in a shitload of movies before he's gone, but
yeah,
that's the one, dude. That's the one. Like, that movie's, there's nothing wrong with it.
No.
Hey, here you go. Ain't long enough.
Yeah. Well, I'm on this, I'm reading through this forum here because I'm trying to see if there was a director's cut, like a actual director's cut released of it. But,
all I'm saying is, I know our fuck Sony petition didn't go over well, but what if we got a fucking release extended cut of Jacob's Ladder petition going, and they actually got enough signatures where they were like, okay, we'll do it. Because that's their thing, dude, is they gotta they're like, are we gonna make money? Are we gonna make money? Is it worth it to us? And it's like, no, but it's worth it for us, motherfucker. Like,
right.
I want to see the way that it was intended to see. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean, I would love to see that OG cut. I mean, it's out there. It's got to be, right? They showed it to test audiences. So it's got to be somewhere.
Yeah, but this was back in the day, dude, before digital. And in order, that movie, they actually cut the film off of it. And, and that was the copy. Because when you shoot a movie, you got reels of film with the shots on it, and that's it. Like, ain't no copies.
Right.
They said, I think one time I read that your average movie would stretch, if you laid the film out in a line from the whole movie, 30 frames a second?
Yeah.
It would stretch from New York to California. That's how many frames, that's how much film's in a movie. And back then, they had the reels, and that was just it. It's like, once you start cutting shit and taking it away, there is no, unless they dubbed it, unless they recorded it and saved it on, dubbed it over to something else.
Right.
But a lot of shit gets lost from back then. But they had one, but then they went in and took the shots out. They'd have to go in and put them back. Dude, they didn't release it on DVD until 1998.
Yeah, I know.
Holy shit.
Yeah. It's fantastic, man. I'm gonna go ahead and rate the original 3 stars.
You're giving it 3?
I'm giving it a rung.
A what?
A rung for the ladder. You know what I'm talking about?
No.
That's what they call the steps on a ladder, a rung.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Travis, did you know that?
No.
I didn't know that, dude. That's news to me. You're giving it a rung?
I'm giving it a rung.
I'll give it a rung. I mean, it's getting a full star.
Yeah, it's got
you can't give it a half rung. I mean, it's not a ladder. It's just a fucked up ladder, right?
Yeah.
A rung, dude. Learn something every day. I can't wait to use that on someone. But watch your step on that rung.
I'll be like, shit.
They're like, what the fuck are you, dude? I've never heard anyone say that.
Really?
Never.
Ever.
Ever in my life. Why do you know that? What makes you so special?
That
you know what a rung is.
I don't know. I'm looking it up. Hold on.
I believe you. I've just never heard anyone. I mean, dude, to me, it's a step.
It says a ladder is a vertical or inclined set of rungs or steps. The vertical members of a rigid ladder are called stringers or rails.
I didn't doubt you. I just don't. I've never heard it. Like,
yeah,
we just got jeffed. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I mean, I wouldn't go that far with it.
There's a certain level of you know what going on here.
Yeah, I mean, that's beside the point.
Watch your step on that rung.
Yeah.
He gets a rung, dude. Dude, it gets a ladder. Man, I give it a full set of rungs. Like, I give this motherfucker a ladder, dude. And one of those little giants that you can fold.
Yeah.
The guy from the fucking... Oh, no, that was somebody else. But I got fucking George Costanza and Al Borland mixed up for a minute, but they're both those short, hairy, fat dudes, you know?
Yeah.
But,
do you think they started calling ladders because of this movie?
Like pills?
Yeah.
No, it's shaped like a ladder.
Well, I know, but ladder, Jacob's ladder.
Mm-hmm. Because it's shaped like a ladder. And it is, and it's got the notches. I don't know the recipe.
You don't know how they press them.
No, I just know it's shaped like a ladder. I've seen a picture of one. Dude, he could have used some Xanax.
For real, it'd have been a whole different movie.
He'd have been like, "Oh man." Let me ask y'all this: like, Travis, you want to drop your? I don't want to get too far away from the rating stage.
Yeah, it's a full star, man.
Full star. You don't give it a rung or a ladder?
I'll leave that to y'all.
So it gets 1 star and 2 rungs? What the fuck, dude?
I mean,
But it's a full star all the way around. Like,
yeah, certainly.
If you guys weren't here, I'd give it 3 stars. If I had to do could you imagine doing a review on a movie by yourself? So it's pretty good. Liked it. Be back next week. Bye.
It would be a lot more of like mansplaining.
Yeah.
What you liked about it.
Yeah. It'd be hard.
Yeah.
Because you can't remember. Oh, we each do our own review.
Yeah.
We each get a week.
Yeah.
Oh,
we should try that sometime.
That'd be weird.
It would be.
Do we even watch the movie that they do?
No.
Okay.
Like,
do we sit in on it, just let them talk, or they just do it themselves?
They just do it because it's
it
different.
It would be short.
Talking by yourself is different than talking to people. You're like, guys, this one scene in this movie where he was like,
you'll remind me of something that I didn't remember.
Yeah.
Like you'll say something, I'm like, oh yeah, that did happen, or names, or
yeah.
And if it's just me, I'm like, yeah, it was pretty good. Liked it, Checks in the mail. But yeah, this is a good movie.
It is.
I'll never forget when Travis was like, lost his Jacob's ladder. And I'm like, huh? What now? Because I'd never seen Jacob's Ladder. Dude, I saw this movie when I was a kid.
Yeah.
In CW's Pit Stop, Trav. I remember seeing it on the shelf. And it was that one picture where it's the steps. And his face is in the middle and he's like screaming. I always saw that shit, dude. That and fucking Lawnmower Man, dude. Always. That shit was there, dude. And what was that movie we watched? Fucking Fantastic Life of fucking Mr. fucking, the movie where the guy had the guy that
Mr. Fox.
Nah, the dude that could run really fast and the dude that was really strong.
Barry Munchausen?
I remember seeing that shit, dude. That, and I know y'all remember seeing this tape. Fucking Hello, Clarice. What was that one?
Oh, Silence of the Lambs.
Yeah, with that fucking, was it a moth? Or a butterfly or something? I remember seeing that shit and just being like, what is that?
Yeah.
What's up with the just weird fucking movie cases? What was that other movie we watched where they were in France? It was really strange, and they were in France, and you're the one that picked it, Griffin.
Oh, City of Lost Children?
Yeah, I used to see that fucking movie. I mean, the box, and these were VHS. You know what I'm talking about? Like this was where you'd go over and pick up the little tag and take it up there, and they'd give you the movie. And they'd flip the box around backwards.
I would see the City of Lost Children's cover and be like, "What the fuck's with this head?"
Yeah, because I just remember when I saw that artwork, I was like, dude, I saw that 100 times.
Right.
Just never knew what the fuck it was. But I used to see Jacob's Ladder, dude.
What it doesn't tell you is that it gives you a Ron Perlman performance of a lifetime.
Yeah.
Like if you were to watch that, because I was always just like, oh, fucking Hellboy. Yeah. But when you watch that movie, you're like, nah, fucking save the kids, fuck the day, you know.
Little brother.
But
little brother.
Digging deep. But I used to see this box, man. Like never watched, I just no one. I was a kid, man, when it came out. Like no one ever played it. Like you, dude. You saw it on TV one day.
Yeah.
And was just like, let's check this out. Do you remember how old you were? Probably not driving. I mean, right? You're at home.
Nah, I was between 10 and 15. I'm probably about 12 or 13 because it was one of those movies that, like, when I was summer break,
mm-hmm.
I watched it, and then the next day I'm like, Dad,
have you seen this?
And he's like, oh,
Had he seen it? Oh, he was just like, oh man, let me fucking. And then y'all sat there and fucking chewed the fat over it, like.
Yeah, and then like we watched it together. You know what I'm saying? Like it had been a long time since he had saw it.
Yeah.
So it'd probably been like, well, I was born in 89. So it'd probably been like 10, 11, 12 years since he saw it. So it was one of those movies. You know what I mean?
This is one of those movies. When this movie goes off, you feel like you watched a fucking movie.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
When this shit goes off, you're like, that's a goddamn movie.
Yeah.
You don't feel cheated. You don't feel like you just lost damn 2 hours. Damn, I'll never get that back. You're like, fuck it, I'll watch it again. Who wants to watch it? Like,
restart it right now.
I could watch it again, like this week, no problem, and still be like, oh man.
I try to watch it around Halloween every year.
Is this a Halloween movie for you?
To me, it is.
Is it a horror movie?
Well, it's just so trippy and
I'm guessing, what is it? Thriller, suspense? I'm gonna look it up.
Psychological thriller.
Is it?
That's what
Which I like a little more.
Yeah.
Oh wait, drama, horror, mystery.
Yeah.
It is a horror movie.
Yeah.
It is a drama. This movie was released November the 2nd, 1990. Yeah. So we ain't even that far off. Like,
yeah.
We should start watching movies on their release dates. Just kidding.
Let's do
it. Rated R because it had titties in it.
A lot of titties.
I appreciate that. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm fine with it, you know?
I like her, especially in this movie.
Yeah. But this remake though.
Let's do this. Like, dude, I don't know why. I know why they were like, all right, think of Jacob's Ladder, and everyone was like, oh shit, my dick just got hard. You know?
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna redo it, but we're gonna make an up-to-date version where they come back from Afghanistan. Dude steps on a can. It's a fucking roadside bomb. Like,
yeah,
that was kind of cool. He walked up and stepped on that can, and he looked at it, and it was it had a cell phone, fucking taped to it that started beeping, and he ran off, and I was just like, oh, that's the first shot, dude.
Yeah, that's the opener.
But then shit gets weird, man. Like,
yeah. Well, I mean,
let me ask you this before y'all go into anything. Because you got to think about this, dude. We're almost 20 years out, right?
Right.
From the original, right?
Yeah.
1990. This is 2019. If you've never seen the original, how do you feel about this one? See, we've seen the original.
Yeah.
Like, we know how high the bar is.
Right.
We're over here sucking this movie off.
Yeah.
You know?
Well,
but if you've never seen that shit, would you like this movie? Because here's the thing. I liked it for what it was.
Yeah.
But I'm over here like, ain't no Jacob's Ladder, though. Like,
no. Well, I think if I would have, all right, so if I would have watched that first, then I would have been like, oh, that's an interesting idea.
Oh, yeah, the other one's better on so many levels.
Yeah. But to me, it feels like they took a movie that wasn't Jacob's Ladder
and turned it into Jacob's Ladder.
And they rewrote it into Jacob's Ladder.
When they were working on it, someone was like, "Wait a minute, this could be Jacob's Ladder."
Yeah.
It already is. We just need to change a few things, like their names, you know?
Yeah.
Now, but there was a different twist with the brother.
That's why I'm saying that it felt like...
like it was a different thing, and someone was like, "Hey,
yeah,
it's a Jacob's Ladder remake."
To me, the idea of the government using drugs, in the remake, the idea of the veterans using drugs to try to escape from their PTSD and all the horrors of war, and it actually intensifying them is a unique idea.
Kind of cool. They're like shooting it up.
Yeah, I think that whoever read this was like, just watch the original Jacob's Ladder, like 2 days before he read this script. He's jonesing on that Jacob's Ladder high. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like he's loving it. And then
he's just a film lover, and he loves that fucking movie because it's amazing.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
And you read this script, and you're like, it's Jacob's Ladder.
Yeah. But to me, if they would have cut out all the war shit out of the movie, if they would have just had that opening scene where he's performing surgery,
and he realized it's his brother,
and that be that, and then stuff start fucking with him, and like stuff going downhill from there, and no references, no anything. Because they wrote that fucking car scene in just because of the original. You know what I mean?
That was stupid.
Yeah, they wrote a lot of shit into this movie just because they were trying
because they're trying to leak it. They're sitting there around the table and they're like, oh, there's a car thing where there's a Mustang that tries to run him over.
Yeah, and they get out. Yeah. But see that. And another thing too was the idea that the things that are after him always had these like hoodies on.
Yeah, you couldn't see their face, and when you did see their face, you wished you didn't.
So it was, to me, it was like, okay, so in the original script, to me, it's like, okay, these guys aren't as fucked up. They're just like normal people fucking with him.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And then they switched it to like, oh, when you see their face, you actually see that they are fucked up. And like the woman, in the subway with the black eyes and that pushed the dude on the train tracks and all that kind of shit. It's just
he goes to the cops. They're like, it was a plastic bag.
Yeah. I mean, it's just, they did a good job. To be honest, they did a good job setting everything up. And I thought the execution
wasn't completely terrible. I mean, really, y'all, come on. Like, it got a 5% on Rotten Tomatoes. It wasn't 100% trash, dude. It's not Jacob's Ladder, and it's not a movie that I would ever watch again.
Here's the sad truth, though. It is Jacob's Ladder,
yeah,
and it's a shitty bastardization of a really good movie.
Yeah, they shouldn't have done that. Which is what we've been saying. They shouldn't have done that.
Like y'all were saying, they took what was seemingly
a different movie,
and they're like, hey, let's put some of the memorable scenes of Jacob's Ladder in here. Like, let's get a car scene, let's get a tub scene, let's get oh my god, it's a drug scene. And it just, and I hate it because the actors were not bad.
I'm turn you down, dude.
No.
You're getting loud on us.
Sorry.
The guy
crowd getting fired up.
the guy that played Jacob was great.
We can't blame them for the script.
This was pure.
And hey, you can't blame the director.
In the first 30 minutes,
the script that they had to work with. I mean, come on. I'm just trying to, I don't want to shit on the movie. No, it's bad writing. It was
these people thought that.
Well, they thought wrong.
They took a
cult classic,
an already great, albeit overused twist. Now the whole he was dead technically the whole time. It was all in his head. That kind of shit. They thought that they could take that idea and be like, what would be even great if we made it be like he's not even the person that you think he was.
Well,
the whole film.
Hey man,
that was stupid.
But when it came to that part, I'm like, wait a minute. He's been living his brother's life. So let me ask y'all this, because here's the difference in this movie. Now I get it. This one's trash. The other one's amazing. But he really didn't have that come to Jesus moment.
No.
It wasn't in this movie at all. There was no dude was looking at the Bible. There was no come to Jesus moment here. It was I'm getting drugs from this guy, and they're like, we don't know this guy. He doesn't work at the hospital. What are you talking about?
Is the whole quote about the angels and the demons, if it's all about perspective or whatever, and they threw that in there, not realizing that was a heavy part of the movie.
Yeah.
So here's the thing. None of this shit happened. He died that day on that, right there when he was on that table. We couldn't really see it. To him, he was sitting there dying, but he pictured himself being the surgeon, and he died right there, right? That day, he died. They didn't do the thing where they build it up all the way, and then at the end you see him so he got shot, died right there on the battlefield. That's it. And he lived out this fantasy in his head, right? Or did that shit happen? Was he getting these drugs, and none of that happened, right?
Well, the way that I took it was that he came.
Did he come home? Did he?
Yeah, he came back. He was fucked up, and then he started because.
Well, that's completely different than the other movie.
Well, because
so we've already fucking derailed the train here, because that.
Yeah, well, there's one part of the movie towards the end where he's like, the drugs that you're making doesn't get rid of the memories.
And he showed him helping. He showed him going around handing it out to all these people.
Yeah.
That he was seeing. Yeah. He's going around handing this shit out to them. So at the end of this movie, when he jumps through the window, spoiler alert, when he goes fucking Jacob splatter on us, that was real.
Yeah, I think it was. Yeah.
Well, the thing with his brother, and I feel like as soon as he finally snapped out of it and was like, and this movie is an hour and 30 minutes, y'all, and it was still too long.
Yeah.
You could have done this shit in almost an hour. There was some chuffa. Scenes that I was just like, what? What is this even?
The first 30 fucking minutes of the movie.
Yeah.
Dude, why was he living this other life? What was this? What was this? Because Jacob I'm talking about, Tim Robbins. He was living a different life, but it fucking made sense. This dude was living the life of the one that got away, and he when he was sitting there talking to his brother, and he's like, man, your life was fucking, I lived it for a little bit and it was good.
Yeah. Well, that's the drugs though.
So when that girl came out and got on his lap, that didn't happen. He was laying. Well, in this movie, remember at the beginning, he was sitting there. He came home from a long, hard day at work. She said, "They're so lucky to have you." He goes and watches TV. I saw this movie 3 hours ago, and then he's sitting there watching TV. She's gonna put the kid to bed, and then she comes in there, sits on his lap, starts unbuttoning his pants. So it's like, oh shit, here we go.
Yeah.
Well, I'm over here rubbing my hands together like a cricket, and then that didn't happen.
No.
That's when he was laying on that cot, drugged out of his mind. He's just thinking this shit. And this is a completely fucking different movie, y'all.
Yeah, because like I said, the way that I took it was, and what he was saying to the chemist at the end was it doesn't get rid of the past, it replaces it with something else. So every time, like, he was tripping the whole time. Like,
Hey, he
completely.
said it replaces it with something worse.
Yeah.
It's worse than what really happened.
Yeah. So he and think about it. He's pulling all this stuff, like the brain, like the drug is causing his brain to rewrite everything from a different perspective, like reliving all these past
Yeah.
events. Like whenever his brother got up,
Well, he replaced all the he like completely took himself out of it
and put him in the other position. Yeah.
All right. So whenever he brought his brother home and his wife was like, "Oh my God, you're alive," that wasn't real.
I don't think so.
Because later it's different.
Yeah.
Later, like you can tell, like, oh, here we go. Here's the first time I knew something was up. When they were sitting on the edge of the bed talking to each other, and he's like, "I know, I'm trying to like," because I could tell the difference in the brother. Sometimes you would see the brother and he would seem like a crack fiend.
Yeah.
And then other times he was rolling his eyes like, here we fucking go again with this crazy shit, dude.
Yeah, like the hotel scene.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, that's when when they sit on the edge of the bed, he's talking to her and he comes out and he's like, you don't fuck my life up.
Yeah.
And then you're like, wait, dude, this is something ain't right about this.
Yeah.
I already started picking up that something wasn't right. So here's where they made a mistake. It's not the same goddamn movie at all. It ain't even nowhere near. In Jacob's Ladder, he's fucking dead the whole he's dying.
Yeah.
He's living this shit out. In this movie, dude ain't dead till he jumps through that window at the end. He's just like on drugs and
yeah.
They took that kind of from that quote where it said hell, you're on drugs, you don't have to live in this hell. Like at the end of the movie, that was the only way this dude was ever going to find peace.
Yeah.
Was to off himself, but he took this guy out so he couldn't fuck up anybody else.
Yeah.
Good for him.
Yeah.
But I want to know who. I wish we could like phone them in and get them on here and be like, what made you think it was okay to link these two movies together? In what world that you live in?
Yeah.
How do you have the right? How do they even get the right? This is like a made-for-TV movie, y'all.
Yeah, I know.
What is this, a Showtime movie or something? This ain't even a damn movie. Like, how do they even get the right? Oh, wait. I think it is a Showtime movie because when you Google the original Jacob's Ladder, Showtime is the streaming service that's got the rights for it.
Right.
If you have Showtime, you can watch Jacob's Ladder on streaming service. Now, you can get it on YouTube and Amazon Prime, but when it comes to like, HBO or Netflix or Showtime's got the rights for it. I can't remember if this is Showtime or not, but like, what made them think this was okay to? That was the bad call.
Well, and
they probably would have made out better, dude, if this would have been like, just any other name than Jacob's Ladder and it be its own movie.
I agree. I mean, 100% right. And to me, I really feel like that somebody took an original idea and fucked it up. Because I'll be honest with you guys, I've watched movies that have been on HBO, Showtime, fucking
made
Cinemax,
for TV
whatever,
movies, and been like, this is pretty good.
Yeah, they're not bad at all. So why not let it be what it is? Like, I feel bad for if that's the case, if that's what happened. I feel bad for the writer that wrote the shit because like they hijacked this shit at the end of the day.
Well, it says that it's based on the original, but I don't think it was, dude. I think someone brought this script in and the company was like, "Hey, we got a great idea."
And what's wrong with saying that this movie is inspired by? You know what I'm saying?
Nothing.
Like nothing. And they could have like kept all that bullshit out of it.
And changed the name.
Yeah.
Like, what's a good movie for this? What's a good name? Anything but Jacob's Ladder?
The name of the drug.
Oh, yeah.
If they would have just named the movie the name of that drug and been like, an Iraqi war vet, starts seeing weird shit happen or he's like taking care of his brother. Like the description of the movie should have just been like,
because that story by itself It's like, yeah, dude, whatever. That ain't that bad.
Yeah. So
like could happen.
Yeah.
Probably has.
Oh yeah, for sure.
You know what I'm saying?
So it's not
Dude
bad.
had shell
it's just
shock,
bullshit.
y'all.
Yeah.
Like a really bad case of it. PTSD.
Yeah.
Really bad case. Jacob did not have. I mean, he kept having these flashbacks, these memories, but he was dead. Was it PTSD? He was just trying to figure out that he was fucking dead.
Yeah.
Bad call.
It was. At the end of the day, it was a bad call on whoever fucking made that decision.
If you think about it, the way they did the remake, it makes sense because the general audience is not as spiritual as say that they were back when the original came out.
That's why there was no come to Jesus moment.
Yeah.
That's why there was no limbo here.
No.
He wasn't living in purgatory.
Yeah.
Everything was real up until the end where he was like, I'm taking you out, motherfucker. And he saved his brother.
Yeah.
Good on him. I knew he was about to do that shit. I was like, he's going to jump in front of that shit.
Yeah.
But there not one time in this movie was at the end, y'all, when that thing was pushing him and it changed him from, looking like a zombie to a normal lady and it pushed him into the light. That was it.
Yeah.
That was your only, like, oh, I guess he just went to heaven. I don't know. Like, okay.
Yeah.
Jacob splatters. And he did splatter.
I would like to read the original script.
For this movie?
Yeah.
Well, whoever wrote it will probably never work again because on IMDb they got a 2.5. Nope. A 1.5 star out of 5. Oh, it says 3.2. That looks different down here. But it's out of 10. 5% on Rotten Tomatoes. Have y'all ever seen something with a score so low?
Wait. The guy.
He looks so familiar.
The guy that wrote it wrote the remake for Pet Sematary. Wrote the remake for The Grudge.
Okay.
And
which hasn't been released yet, right?
Right. He's the writer for something called Down Satan.
The Midnight Meat Train, y'all, with old fucking what's his name?
Yeah. So to me, you know what I'm saying?
He needs to stop remaking movies.
Well,
come up with your own thing, dude.
Well, I don't think it was him. I think that they took a script, he sold it, and they reworked it into something else. Because the guy that directed How It Ends, The Perfect Guy, A Single Shot, Janie Jones, Falling Up.
So just whatever.
Baby. Yeah.
Like, pretty much trash.
Yeah.
I mean, just a bunch of movies that nobody gives a fuck about.
Yeah.
Like a one and done. The movie didn't look bad.
No.
That was a cool scene, y'all, where he came down there to try to find that guy and the guy wasn't there and that dude was mopping. And he saw the blood, got a little jump scare. He pushed him through the door. And then that's where you realize it's like, wait a minute, what's happening? He's over here. So he's mad at his brother's mad at him, which in reality it was the other way around.
Yeah.
We find that out in the next scene. Because when he had that moment there, he goes home and they're like, bitch, you don't live here.
Yeah.
I knew something was weird when he went in there. That woman was acting real strange, and like she was covering her breast up and closing the door for the kid. And I was like, something ain't right about what's happening.
Yeah.
They fucked this dude's movie up.
Yeah. Well, the guy that directed this movie that I've never seen and it's got Sam Rockwell and Jeffrey Wright and
a
single shot. And the tragic death of a beautiful young girl starts a tense and atmospheric game of cat and mouse between Hunter, John Moon, and the hardened backwater criminals out for his blood. And Sam Rockwell's the lead.
Oh, he's the lead. Oh, I see the thing here with him wearing the damn hat and got the shotgun.
Yeah. And it won some
William
film
H.
festival
Macy.
shit. Yeah, I mean, now that might be something I would be interested in checking out. But I mean, this dude's just directing.
He's known for the Midnight Meat Train, though. That's where he got his. Right? Is that his first one? Yeah. That's the first screenplay that he did. That's the one where old dude was beating the fuck out of people with that hammer. What's his name? Vinnie Paul? Vinnie Jones.
Fuck you, you cunt.
And I don't even know if I've ever seen it. Maybe back. Oh, this is Clive Barker?
Yeah.
It's based on a short story by him? Okay. So he's into remaking people's shit. I don't think that single shot's from anything.
Polishing turds and replacing words.
Well, I'll say this, guys. I'll give it a half star. I ain't gonna give it no star, but it gets a half for sure. I mean,
yeah.
Wait, can I give something no star? I've never done that though.
I think you have.
Have I?
I think we all have. Yeah, necromantic.
Oh well, that's different.
Well, necromantic and Neon Demon.
Neon Demon got stars, dude. I didn't give that movie no star. There's no way.
You just shit on it really
bad.
I
mean, I think we all did.
Wiped your ass with it.
The only difference was we continued to do it for like a year.
Yeah.
It was just a joke.
But Neon Demon was better than this.
But I mean, I'm gonna give it a half star as well. I mean, it wasn't terrible. It just, to me, it seems like they took something else and made some fuckery out of it.
Well, they tried to ride on the damn coattails of Jacob's Ladder.
Yeah.
I'll say this to anybody out there that thinks that they could ever do that, don't.
Yeah.
Yeah. Don't. What'd you call it, man? What's the ladder? What's the step on the ladder called?
Wrong.
Why do you know that?
I don't know, dude. Grew up on a farm. You learn weird shit.
Dude, I grew up around farms. I ain't never heard no motherfucker say that shit. I'm gonna start asking people. You know what that's called? A step. It's a rung, motherfucker.
Yeah.
Get educated. Get out of here.
Yeah.
Read a book.
But yeah, I'm gonna give it the half star. I mean, like I said, it wasn't terrible. Will I watch it again? I mean, maybe.
You ain't watching this movie. Why are you gonna watch this again?
Well, this is what I'm thinking. It's about 2029, 2039. I've got Showtime. If Showtime made it, then it's obviously going to be playing on there all the time. I'm like, oh, Jacob's Ladder, and I click on it, and it's not what I thought it was. But I'll probably keep watching it. You know what I mean?
Somebody's sitting there with you, and you're like, watch this fucking shit show. Remember the original?
I'll call Adam. Hey, Adam, guess what I'm watching?
Yeah. What are you watching?
Jacob's Ladder.
You're right. I think you're right, man. And I wasn't even looking at it like that before, but this was meant to be a rewrite. And dude, the guy did a good job.
Yeah.
All the actors were good.
Yeah.
Shots look good. Like,
I really like that main guy.
Yeah.
Let me
dude, what's he from? I recognize him.
Michael Early. Or Michael Ealy. He was in Barbershop, Think Like a Man, Takers.
Oh, okay.
For Colored Girls. The Intruder. The Perfect Guy. He was in the following TV series, Secrets and Lies, Being Mary Jane. He's in a lot of TV series. About Last Night, Last Vegas, The Signal, Unconditional, Common Law TV series, Think Like a Man, Underworld, Awakening, Margaret, Californication.
He's done a lot of TV.
The Good Wife, yeah.
I recognize him from something. 7 pounds maybe.
Yeah,
I think that's what I recognize him from.
He was in Too Fast, Too Furious. Law and Order. He's been in a lot. I liked it.
So if this had been just another name for a film, and it wasn't tied to the idea of being a remake,
probably wouldn't have been on my radar.
Well, what star would it have gotten though?
Say that again, it cut out a little bit.
Would it have affected your rating?
But y'all gotta think about this. The only reason it was on our radar is because it was called Jacob's Ladder. If the name was different, you know, and then what if we watched the trailer? Would we have been like, this looks like Jacob's Ladder?
Maybe. I think just off of, you know, what I've seen and everything, if I would have watched this movie and we would have got like what the actual cuts for everything was supposed to be, like what the original script was supposed to be and all that stuff, yeah, I think it would have affected, because like the actors were great, it looked great, everything else was good. I think that if it didn't have the idea of
that's
Jacob's
the only
Ladder,
problem here.
Yeah, implanted, and then all the takeaway scenes, the bathtub scene, the car chase scene, the fucking the devil scene, like all this stuff. If that all was removed, and we got some original ideas, then I mean, because
because that's kind of a cool idea. Like a guy was in the war, he comes back, he starts taking this drug to forget, which is not what happened in the other one.
No,
completely different. Bad call. I think that 5% would be higher.
Yeah.
Had it been its own movie, its own title. No one should ever try to remake Jacob's Ladder.
No.
If you want to watch Jacob's Ladder, watch the original. It holds up.
Yeah.
It will hold up 20 years from now.
Yeah.
How young does fucking dude look though?
Just that shot of him laying in that bathtub with his eyes open and he's crying. It's so beautiful yet so disturbing.
When I was looking at it, I was sitting there whenever it cut to it, and I even pulled it. I'm gonna do it right here. Look. I was sitting there looking at him when he opens his eyes and he's just laying there like that, y'all.
Yeah.
I'm like, he rubbed his eyes.
Yeah, rubbed them fucking hard.
He rubbed them to try to get that red around it. You can tell, man, he rubbed it.
Yeah.
And then he's sitting there. Because, you know, he goes, his wife's like, it's cold. He's like, I'm going to get fucking pneumonia. She's like, well, I'm not that cold. It's not healthy to close the goddamn window, bitch. And then the kid comes in. He's like, oh, and as soon as you see the kid, you're like, well, this ain't real. Something's off here. We already know he's dead. He goes in there, tucks the kid in. The other kid's like, you didn't fucking give me my allowance. He's like, well, talk about tomorrow. It's 4.
Yeah.
And as soon as he gets back into bed, he's sitting there like, something ain't right about this. This is.
Yeah.
And then he like closes his eyes, and then it cuts to that.
Yeah.
And he's just like, I'm back in fucking hell, because he was just telling her how terrible it was.
Yeah.
He tried to be funny about it. And he's like, she's a good fuck.
Yeah.
Got a nice ass.
Yeah, thick thighs, you know.
But then that scene, and it's holding on that. It holds.
Yeah.
For a minute, y'all, before it ever cuts away. And then you can see them like, you're okay, you're all right, thank God. And then it cuts back to him, and a tear runs down his fucking head, dude.
Yeah.
And it's just like, oh, man, dude, you're back in this fucking hell.
Yeah.
I felt terrible for him.
Yeah.
Terrible. Like, I felt his pain.
Oh, yeah. It's so good, man. Tim Robbins is a fucking national treasure.
He is. Where's he from? I'm going to look him up.
I'm going to guess.
Y'all want to guess where he's from?
Yeah, I'm going to guess.
All right.
I'm going to say Pennsylvania.
I'm saying the Midwest before I ever. He's just a dude. What do you think, Trav? Tim Robbins.
Where's he from?
Where is he from?
He doesn't have an accent. He doesn't have an accent at all.
I'll say he's from Arkansas.
I think he's from Arkansas. I said Midwest. West Covina, California.
Wow.
He has a net worth of $45 million. Good for him.
Yeah.
Underpaid.
Yes, definitely.
You know, when you see someone like a Robert Downey Jr. raking in a cool 300 mil, which I get why he did, but this dude right here, which that ain't nothing about an eye. He's living a comfortable life.
Yeah.
But
let me ask.
It'll never be top, dude.
No. Well, let me ask you this, Trav. What do you think about this? If they wouldn't have got Michael Douglas to play Ant-Man, the original Ant-Man, Tim Robbins.
Oh, because he's gray haired now. He's older. How old is he?
He's probably in his 50s.
Let's check it out. He's got to be, right?
When he made this, I'm guessing he was.
Oh my God! 30. Y'all are gonna be shocked.
70.
Come on now, shit.
I don't know.
I'm gonna drop this, and then I'm gonna lay his age on you.
He was in something recently.
He's 61.
Wow.
Recently, Castle Rock.
Well, I haven't watched that, but he was in something else where he was gray-headed. But I could see him playing Ant-Man, or like being an older version of a superhero in like an Ant-Man.
He was in Green Lantern.
Yeah.
He was in Green Lantern. Let me ask y'all this: like, he had this, you know, he did Mystic River, the Shawshank.
Yeah.
The Player. Never seen The Player, but when I looked him up earlier, he was in Bull Durham.
Yeah, I like Bull Durham.
Yeah, when I looked at his list of movies, I'm like, okay, like he kind of fell off, man. What happened?
Yeah.
Like when you see what this guy can do, especially like this is like when they're like, do you have a portfolio, a resume? I'm like, yeah, here it is. It's called fucking Jacob's Ladder, bitch. Where did he go?
But say you come from humble beginnings. You get to where you're worth $45 million. Do you really give a shit about making more?
At that point, you can pick and choose what you do.
Yeah.
Now in the 90s, that was probably a different story. He's like, I gotta eat, you know.
Yeah.
I'm trying to have a few wives. I gotta be able to pay child support. But at this point, but then when you look at some of the stuff he's been in since then, you're like, why do you pick that? But you know, hey, we don't know him as a person or what he likes, but dude, here's him right here. All right, picture this: the original Ant-Man.
Yeah.
Right? This is him right here, dude. Because that's a shot of him this year or recently, but right here, dude. That's him, Ant-Man, like that.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean,
he would have been awesome, and he would have been able to match. What's his name? Paul Rudd. Him and Paul Rudd can match, dude.
Oh yeah, for sure.
They can bounce back and forth. They're like almost the same dude. Like they're, you know, funny, nice, like just
so down to earth.
Yeah.
Relatable.
That would have worked.
Let's start a new podcast.
What about
Talking Tim?
I mean, don't get me wrong. Whoever they picked, you know, the guys that they picked to depict them in the movies were great. But he could have also played a good Howard Stark.
Oh yeah.
Oh my God, dude.
Yeah.
Because he's just got this like shit about him.
Yeah.
You know, like he's on. Everybody likes me.
Yeah.
RDJ, dude. RDJ. That's something else. No, that's right. I'm over here like RDJ. Ain't nobody want RDJ. Anyway.
That's RTJ, Brother Jules.
Yeah, they can match though. This dude just got something about him. Like, I don't know, man. When you see him in that movie, there's other movies where he does like, you know, funny movies.
Yeah.
And he's just fucking awesome. Like,
yeah.
Love this dude. Jacob's Ladder's the shit, y'all. Like, it's one of the goddamn greatest movies of all time. Like, really, if you make a list, if you did a top 10 list of all time, and Jacob's Ladder's not on that list, what the fuck are you doing with your life? Like, you're wrong. Jacob's Ladder ain't on here, bitch. Like, really, y'all. Every time I watch the movie, I'm reminded of how goddamn good it is.
Yeah.
I'm riding on that high, y'all. And I think that was a problem. Travis, did you watch these two movies back to back?
Not back to back. I watched the original a few days ago, and then I watched the remake actually.
I watched them back to back. At like 12 o'clock today, I started playing the first one. And I was sitting here mouth breathing, dude.
Yeah.
Should have been working. Wasn't. Watching this movie. And then as soon as it went off, I fired up the other one. And I was like, oh, okay, I can see what they're doing here. It's kind of the same.
Yeah.
But it just didn't back to back. Because I was coming off that high of Jacob's Ladder, dude.
Yeah.
Travis, you remember that band, Jacob's Ladder? When was the last time you thought about that?
Wow.
I just remembered it. That's real. There was a band.
Oh.
I believe was Charles. It was some people he ended up playing with later, right? He wasn't in Jacob's Ladder, but he played with those guys in another band. Oh.
What were they playing?
Not anything good. Dude, if you're gonna be in a band called Jacob's Ladder, you better be the best goddamn band I've ever heard in my life.
Yeah.
I want to do an honorable mention. All right. Last night, well, this morning, but last night, I watched My Name is Dolomite.
Me too.
That shit was fucking awesome, dude. Holy shit, dude. It was like sad at the end. It was everything. It was over here pulling on my heartstrings. Like,
it was the perfect Eddie Murphy.
Hey, whenever it went off, Travis, I watched the original Dolomite because I already had it. Little bit different. It doesn't rip his guts out. How good was fucking Wesley Snipes, dude?
That shit was
Wesley Snipes was playing Delvon. What was his name? Delvon Martin. He was in a bunch of movies. Like he was in Rosemary's Baby, and they approached him in a strip. Dude, you have to watch. Dude, Dolomite is podcast worthy. And here's why. I love movies.
Yeah.
In this movie, they make a fucking movie, dude. And it's better than Bullfinger, you know?
Right.
Because they were making a movie in that, right? Dude, it's awesome. And he plays Dolomite to a fucking T, man.
The other night,
Eddie Murphy's fucking back, baby.
The other night when we watched it, I thought, to me, it was like...
It was so goddamn good.
Damn it. I said it was like if two movies came together. It was
so good, dude. Well, it was a movie about a movie, and then the movie about making a movie. Like, it was... I watched Eddie Murphy's Comedians in Cars Getting Coffee, and then I watched another 40-minute thing of him and Jerry Seinfeld talking, and
here's the best
he talked about Dolomite.
Dolomite is like the ridiculous randomness of Pootie Tang with the feel-good comedy of Please Be Kind, Rewind.
How good did that movie make you feel at the end, dude?
Oh, dude, yeah, dude.
Did you not get that moment? Dude, it pulls on the heartstrings, dude, where you're just like, God damn it, Dolomite, you're fucking awesome.
Well, when it turns into...
Rudy Ray Moore, y'all.
Well, the thing is, dude, the fact that it shows him staying a good person the whole fucking movie.
Yeah.
Like, those feel-good beats are, like, scattered throughout it, but...
We got to watch Dolomite.
Yeah.
We have to.
Well,
I'll watch it. I'm putting it on the pod just to make him watch it. Because you know what I'm saying? Because I know I could be like, you got to watch it, and you'll be like, yeah, I will when I get time. Well,
Dolomite's my name.
And fucking people up.
Fuck it up,
motherfuckers is my game, dude. Eddie Murphy kills. Let me lay some shit on you, Trav, because I I watched I did the Comedians in Cars Getting Coffee with him. It was 40 minutes long. And then he did another thing where they came out, did an interview with a lady, him and Jerry Seinfeld, about the 11th season and him being on there. So, Dolomite died a few years back. Rudy Ray Moore is the guy's name. He died. So this was someone that tried to make it doing music. Like, all that shit's true, dude. Everything about him's true. And then he, like, figured out I can play a character. I can, you know. Nobody wanted to put this movie on. Not even fucking Better Call Saul. He's in the movie. He didn't even want. Nobody wanted to put it on. But when he went out hustling and got a theater, paid them money to show his movie, fucking got like fucking 98% feedback.
Well, it's like, now I remember what my comment was. I was like, it's like The Room meets Be Kind Rewind.
Well, you just see him making a movie, and
he's just really eccentric, real over the top.
Oh my god, dude!
He's committed to the cause.
How
you know
fucking
what I mean?
good was fucking Blade, dude? What's his name? I said it a minute ago.
Dude, all of them, man.
He was so goddamn good. Even
Mike Epps was in there.
Oh my god, the dude from Key and Peele.
Chris Rock.
Snoop Dogg, Chris Rock. He's Asian. Chris Rock.
Fucking shut up, man.
It was so fucking good, dude.
Snoop Dogg plays a DJ.
Like, I was like, dude, I was you know how sometimes we'll win a game in Paladins and I'll start clapping?
Yeah.
I clapped at the end of this movie. I was like, I was so fucking happy. At the end of this movie, I was just like, God damn, because I went on the journey with them. We were trying to get this movie made, y'all, you know?
Yeah.
And we got it made. And there's no dude. I can already give Dolomite a star, dude.
Well, I mean, you've been the most vocal person about this movie since it popped up.
Well,
on your
when
radar.
the trailer dropped, or the.
Well, I mean, don't you like it when a movie gets you excited and it doesn't suck?
Well, look, dude, I love Eddie Murphy.
Yeah.
We go way back. I'm old, you know? So to see Eddie Murphy make this kind of comeback, and y'all, he's about to do some stand-up. Can't wait. We might have to do that on the pod, you know? Be like, what about the joke you did 15 minutes in? You know, like, nah. I started revisiting old Eddie Murphy comedy, and I was just like, oh, man, he's going to do comedy again? Y'all, he got accepted for SNL when he was 19 years old.
Crazy.
And they asked him, they said, at the time, were you like, wow, I'm on SNL? And he's like, no. He was like, motherfucker, I was like, of course this is happening. I'm awesome. He's like, of course. Like, of course I'm on SNL. I'm the shit. He's like, but I was a kid. I didn't, you know.
Yeah.
I didn't know how awesome that. But he only did a couple of years. Y'all remember fucking Gumby?
I remember.
Y'all remember fucking Buckwheat? That movie was good. You watched it all? You saw the whole movie, Trav?
Yeah, man.
Oh, man. Holy shit. I watched it last night. Yeah. late last night. Like, you remember when we got off of here, Griffin?
Yeah.
I hung around for a little bit, then I fired. Remember, I was already watched it when you got on. Then I fired it back up. And then when it went off, I watched the original Dolomite. Hey, y'all, which is hilarious. He's like, you rat soup eating motherfucker. You know, like.
Right.
The thing about Dolomite, like, when that movie came out, like, nobody wanted to press that movie, put it out. Like, everyone turned it down. But then he went out and started pushing it. And it did big numbers. And he breaks it down in the movie. He said, hey, look, people in the suburbs, they don't watch movies like this. But in the cities, there's more black people.
Yeah.
And they fill up a 2,000 to 3,000 seat theater every night. Travis, that scene where they said those people are going to be out there till 2 in the morning, and he went back out there, and he's like, I've already seen the movie. You go on in, Lady Reed.
Oh, yeah.
I was just like, oh, my God, dude. But Dolomite, Eddie Murphy approached Dolomite, Rudy Ray Moore, but he's Dolomite, motherfucker. he approached him about making this movie when he was alive. He's dead now. He died of complications of diabetes from my research. Quick Google, turn that up, you know. He approached him about doing the movie, and he was like, "Don't nobody want to see no goddamn Dolomite movie, man." Like, so it never got made while he was alive. The only reason this movie got made is because he's dead. He was like, "I want to make a Dolomite movie," and he's like, "Man, nobody want to see that shit. Let's go on tour. That's what motherfuckers want to see. Eddie Murphy and fucking Rudy Ray Moore on tour." Of course, that never happened, but that movie's good. Eddie Murphy's back. I haven't seen him in a movie in a minute. I can't even remember the last movie.
Well, let's see.
That I saw him in. But goddamn it, Dolomite was the shit, dude. Like, holy shit, it was hilarious. And it was a feel good. What was that movie where they were working at the theme park?
The Way Back.
It had that feeling, man. It had that, like, you're on this fucking journey with these. You're trying to get this movie made.
Right. So the last thing that he did a movie called 1,000 Words.
Never heard of that.
He was the lead after stretching the truth on a deal with a spiritual guru. Literary agent Jack McCall finds a body.
What year was that?
A Bodhi tree. 2012.
Whoa.
A Bodhi tree on his property. Its appearance holds a valuable lesson on the consequences of every word he speaks. Kerry Washington. But before that, he did Tower Heist.
I saw that. I think I saw that other movie too, because I've watched everything that he's ever been in. It sounds familiar.
Yeah.
It had like a love guru kind of feel. Like he is on the when you look at the movies, he wearing like some kind of robe and shit, got a bald head with a little bitty weird goatee.
The cover, he's got he's just standing there with his hands over his mouth.
Okay. Maybe I haven't.
It looks like I kind of want to watch it though.
Yeah, I mean, if I haven't seen it, I will. But this shit, dude, this shit took me back. Like, Eddie Murphy was so good. But everyone was good.
Right.
Everyone in the movie was amazing. Like, especially fucking Wesley Snipes, dude. He played the director, which was this like big time actor.
Yeah.
This shit's all a true story. Like, this shit happened. Which is even better. At the end of the movie, he was like, "Fuck y'all, I'm out. See you at the premiere." Wait a minute. No, I won't, because there probably won't be one. They had these kids come out from film school.
Really?
Yeah. LSU.
Was
make the movie? Oh, it was so low budget, dude. Like shoestring fucking G-string budget.
Adam G-string?
Yeah. We gotta get into some trailers real quick. Y'all know we gotta watch.
I was gonna hit some news up real quick.
Go ahead. I'm gonna start with the trailers over here. I'm gonna start pulling them up.
All right. So, and I'm gonna go to the website so that we know for sure. But they canceled, from what I heard, and I can't find the link on here. The prequel for Game of Thrones is canceled.
All of it? Because they were doing like 4.
Just one of the 2.
So that's happened.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
And all of the backlash off of the series?
Possibly.
That I'm not sure.
Did you say possibly?
Yeah.
Fucking right, dude.
And the writing team behind of Game of Thrones, you know, they quit doing Game of Thrones because they got involved in a Star Wars trilogy.
Yeah, those guys that didn't show up for that Q&A that they were supposed to be at. Those guys.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know you're talking about.
They're fired
From the show completely.
They're fired from doing the Star Wars shit.
Or
they were creative differences or whatever you
let
want to call
go.
it. Yeah. So,
Wow.
which is amazing because they wanted to end that shit so bad so they could get on the Star Wars money train.
Yep. They fucked
And
themselves.
yeah,
Oh, dude wanted like 2 more seasons out of it, just so they could, do it right,
wrap everything up.
the way it should have been.
Yeah. So that's just what I wanted to hit on. There's not really any other movie news. We got Nicolas Cage enters the twisted nightmare of Wally's Wonderland. Jurassic World 3. The Croods 2 leaked Eternal set photo may hold key to Kit Harington's Black Knight. People talking about a lot of Star Wars. Yeah, Game of Thrones creators cancel Star Wars trilogy plans. Beverly Hills Cop trilogy gets remastered 4K release with never before seen deleted scenes.
They're making another one. Y'all know that, right?
Another
Beverly Hills Cop.
Yeah.
They're doing another one, and they're doing Coming to America, and guess what? Everyone's coming back. Hey,
which is amazing.
Speaking of which, did y'all recognize the guy in that Jacob's Ladder remake that was from Coming to America? Let Your Soul Glow, the black dude?
Yeah.
That was him, dude. The guy with the fro that dated the chick. Let your soul glow. He was the one that he called on the phone, and dude was like, "We're not interested. Don't fucking try to contact anyone else." That's the dude from Coming to America with Soul Glow.
Right.
Everyone's coming back.
People are pissed at Jeremy Renner. What did he do?
His app. Is it about the app?
It says Jeremy Renner allegedly threatened to kill his ex-wife, according to her. She also alleges that he has a drug problem and leaves drugs out to where their 6-year-old daughter could easily find them. Renner's representatives released a statement calling the allegations false and said that the actor would take random drug tests to prove his innocence. Whatever the case may be, some MCU fans want to replace him. One fan had to say, "Y'all swapped Terrence Howard for Don Cheadle, and on some, they all look alike business, so I see no issue with chucking Renner, the deuce, hiring Charlie Hunnam, and saying not a damn thing about it."
Well, here's the thing, y'all. She's probably gearing up for a divorce.
Yeah.
Well, she's probably gonna cash in pretty good here. Walk away with a cool, several mil, and not to mention the alimony. But, okay. What about his music career? I thought this had something to do with the app and his music career.
No. There's a shitload
like
of tweets.
Music.
Jeremy Renner has said the N-word twice.
What?
Said a transphobic slur. Slut-shamed Black Widow for having more than one love interest. Had drugs around his young children. Been accused of holding a gun to his ex-wife's head and threatening to kill her.
This dude's fucking gangster, dude.
And then it says defended his Nazi character, and his old nanny has recently reported that he used to bring loads of women home, which some to her looked underage. This is just people on Twitter just raising hell. How can you slut shame Black Widow? She's a fictional character.
I don't know. How can you?
I don't know.
Man,
He's on.
Is he about to get canceled?
I don't think so.
I don't know, dude.
After the James Gunn debacle, I don't think Disney's going to do that stupid shit again. Because the SJWs are, of course, like, it don't matter if he did it or not. Get him the fuck out of there. You know what I'm saying? And me, I'm like, well, let's, let's
see what this goes gets.
Yeah, let's see what the fucking trial and all this other shit has to say about it. You know what I mean? Like, he's innocent, right? Till proven guilty. So, anyway.
That's not
That's my
good
thoughts.
shit. I mean,
what do you mean?
Well, I mean, all of that. That's not good. None of it's good.
No,
But
none of it.
who knows if it's real?
Yeah, exactly.
That's the problem. Like, is it real? We'll never know, dude. He just leaves drugs. Does he look like a drug addict to y'all?
No.
This is Hawkeye, right?
It looks like somebody that makes too much money to be worried about needing to do drugs.
Yeah.
Is she getting ready for a divorce? Has she filed? Oh, okay.
Possibly.
I appreciate the possibly.
So that's they're releasing a collector's edition of Big Trouble in Little China. Oh.
Blu-ray?
Yep. Oh yeah, we looked at this a while back. You can get the vinyl and all kinds of shit. And a poster, and I really want it.
Big Trouble in Little China?
Yeah, for the collector's edition. Oh, I wish I wasn't, bro.
It'll still be there.
I'm like, baby, palette, Big Trouble in Little China.
You're like, it'll be there. They're like, you're like,
there's only 200 made.
She's like, was there?
Oh, I don't know. I'm just saying that's my luck.
Y'all are like, we need to buy some groceries. You're like, well, I kind of bought this poster and,
yeah,
you know, what? Let's do a couple of trailers.
Yeah, I'm down.
I got a few. Do you want to wrangle us up a short film? We got time for one of those?
Yeah.
We got time for a little something?
Yeah.
I
know which one.
You got one?
Yeah, let me find it.
Okay. I'm going to start posting the trailers. Now, I don't know anything about these trailers. I just know they're new trailers. So, if they're shit, let me do that again. It ain't my fault. This one's called Code 8, and that robot looks cool.
Looks
it's
like
a sci-fi movie. It does look like Chappie.
All right, I'm ready on this one.
Y'all ready on the trailer? You ready, Trav?
I'm getting it loaded up.
Wait, Code 8. They have a short film over here from 2016, so maybe this guy...
Of Code 8?
Yeah. It's 10 minutes long. You want that to be the short film?
Let's throw that. Is it the same? Is that short film being made into the movie?
Probably.
Where'd you see that?
It's in the sidebar here.
I don't see that.
Right here, hold on.
But I do see a lot of trailers from that. Oh, dude, that's the same. I do see a lot of movie clips from that page, though. Like, everything in my sidebars from that channel.
Yeah.
Oh, there it is. Damn, you scrolled way down. Well, I did.
Well,
yeah, dude, let's watch the trailer and then we'll do that. Why not?
Yeah.
It'd be cool if they're making this movie from that short film. I'm sure they are. Y'all ready?
Hold on. I've got the short film. Okay, there we go. I'm good.
Got the trailer?
Yeah, I'm good.
3, 2, 1, play.
How do you want to live in this life? Live by their rules.
Damn, you ain't been paying your bills, man.
Hide our powers. Everybody on the ground. We gotta go. If you see something that you want, take it. Man was fine until you got greedy. We gotta move before they hit us again.
What's happening? Oh, I recognize that dude.
Did this. Execute. Sunrise boy dying on me. I repeat, code 8.
I know what that guy's from. The guy with the long hair that was laughing.
Yeah.
He's the guy the character was based on for Far Cry 5.
Oh.
He's the preacher guy.
Okay.
That's in the... He did the voiceover. The character was based on him. And they did... Is that Black Panther? It looks like Black Panther.
Yeah.
Lost some weight, so I don't know. But that's a new trailer. It dropped today. And I have no idea what's about, but it looks like he works for the fire department or something. It's only a
21
minute.
bridges. More like 21 ladders.
Yeah, it's more like 21 Jeff Bridges. Y'all ready?
Yeah. 21 rungs.
Griffin, did you watch that short film where they want to kill their friend because he gets on their nerves? They want him to fall off the balcony.
No.
It's pretty good, dude.
Really?
It's pretty good.
Oh shit.
It's funny. It's the one where I was like, it looks like the guy from that Danny McBride show, Righteous Gemstones.
Yeah.
But it's not him. But what it is, I watch this trailer.
Yeah, I'm
Let's
ready.
see what Black Panther's up to. You ready, Trev?
Yeah.
3, 2, 1, play.
If you do wrong,
Call of Duty? Look, he's a cop.
They have training.
Bad lieutenant decision.
the sword in vain. He carries out wrath on the wrongful.
I will find them. If we don't catch these guys in the next 3 or 4 hours, they vanish. How you gonna do this? There are 21 bridges in and out of the island. Shut them down. What island? Manhattan.
Manhattan.
They told me you were the guy who kills killers.
Beautiful. What could go wrong? You got a trigger.
You better have perfect diction calling me a trigger. This was a setup.
Call it what you want.
Oh, it's not my tempo.
If you go down this road, you're looking over your shoulder the rest of your life.
Was that my tempo?
Yeah.
He looks like a ball sack. Why is he so pasty?
He's old. Looks like an interesting
It looks like a one and done.
yeah, interesting little action flick.
It's like gonna be a good date night movie. Probably a lot of people watching it.
Yeah.
They're gonna make way more money than it should make.
Yeah.
I don't know why it posted like that, but
It's pulled up.
this is a horror movie.
Horror.
I'm ready when you are.
Yeah, I'm good.
All right, 3, 2, 1, play.
Listen, it's like a whorehouse. I was drinking with this guy, and he told me to ask for the special.
He asked me if I wanted to go to Sweden for a week to hang out with his cult family.
Trust me, it is not what you think.
This is low budget here. Stick it in here? Is that what it says? Don't put your dick in there, dude. Don't put your dick in there. What's happening, y'all?
Why does it sound so slimy?
That's what good pussy sounds like, Griffin.
Jerry has found the special.
What's happening?
Don't bring this one back. Tell him to not return. Can you just tell me where
Here's the sequel for the new Jacob's Ladder, where he's having.
Close.
No, special.
This is so low budget. Is he gonna put his dick in there again?
Mm-hmm.
And there's nothing in it. Oh, he can't see what's in it. Dude, he killed the lady and took the box.
Not when I'm here, not when I'm not here.
I ain't gonna lie,
Is he
y'all.
fucking that box?
He is. I kind of want to know what's going on with this box. Like, he's killing motherfuckers over this box.
About to get rocked.
What's in that box? That looks like a funny, like looks like a silly goose
He
time.
opens it and it's the funk.
Oh my god.
All right. Before we move on, we have to watch the trailer for. Y'all know what it is? Drum roll.
Yes, I know.
Y'all know what it is?
Yeah.
No.
The Mandalorian. Have y'all seen it?
No.
Why is Discord doing that weird thing? Anyway, I've seen it. I had to make sure.
I haven't.
Y'all ready? I'm gonna full screen it. I recommend you do the same thing.
All right, ready when you are.
Yep.
3, 2, 1, play. Oh shit, guys. You think you're ready, but you have no idea. The Diary of a Mandalorian.
It is a shame that your people suffered.
I got something to say about this trailer once over.
But bounty hunting is a complicated profession.
Lies! This is Disney.
They said you were coming. They said you were the best in the
Here in a second, there's a scene. I want y'all to check out these graphics, like this special effects right here. Just wait. It looks so good for a TV show. There it is. Look at that thing. Look.
Mandalorian, look outside. They are waiting for you.
Yeah? Good.
I have a prediction.
He's dead and he's just
No,
reeling.
well, you say he. I think, is that a woman? Is there a woman in that suit? You don't think so? But we haven't seen what's in that suit.
No, dude, he's a dude.
I don't know, dude.
I don't think there's dude. They ain't nothing more than that.
Whenever, I don't know, man. I think that's gonna be a woman. Why won't they? Why haven't they showed us who's inside the suit?
Why would they cast Pedro Pascal as their lead guy?
Is he the Mandalorian?
Yeah.
I don't know. Every time I watch the trailer, I'm like, why won't they show us his face?
I don't think that they're going to.
If they go full Judge Dredd, that's.
I will say that if he never takes that suit off, that's awesome.
I don't think that they'll.
But we haven't heard the voice, and we don't know who's inside that costume. Wait, is that him? Was that him?
Yeah.
Dude, that little motherfucker, he's little as fuck, dude. He ain't that tall. Is he the Mandalorian? Wait. Oh yeah, dude. He's the Mandalorian. When you go to his IMDb, dude. Oh, I hope he never takes the suit off.
I don't think he will. I think the only time.
Why would he?
Well, I think the only time we're going to get it is possibly a torture scene.
Oh
no!
Okay. Oh my bad. I mean, close enough.
But like a torture scene, but you don't see his face or anything. If they're smart, if they play the smart money on it, they won't show him at all ever through the whole series.
Well, I'm guessing you're right. Wait a minute. This is the guy that was like, "You killed my father." This is the motherfucker that had his eye smashed in by the mountain, right? He was on Game of Thrones.
Yeah. He was also on Narcos.
Shit, he was on Narcos. Yeah.
He was.
He's in the Kingsman. Yeah.
You killed my
Close
father.
enough. His name was like Montrell or something. He played something. Martell. I hope they go Judge Dredd. They should.
Yeah.
Because here's my thing. You're a bounty hunter. You don't want nobody to know who you are. Ever.
No. Never.
Because, what personal life? Carl Weathers, dude?
Yeah.
Fucking Gus, dude?
Yeah.
He's like, look at me, Mandalorian. Look at me. He was also in The Equalizer. Have y'all seen those Equalizer movies?
The new one?
You want to go home and go to jail?
No, I haven't watched the newer ones.
There's two of them. They're fucking, dude. If you thought Taken was awesome, with Liam Neeson's fucking cock slapping motherfuckers, was Big Dick, dude. There's this scene in The Equalizer where he goes into this apartment, and there's these guys there that like did this like sick shit where they like raped this girl and filmed it and stuff, dude. He fucks everyone in that apartment up, dude. Like chops them.
Right.
Karate chops the shit out of them, and you just like fuck them up, dude. Like, it's so good. Dude, they spent $120 million on this season. I'm already, dude. I'm gonna rate it. I haven't even seen this shit. It drops like pretty soon.
Yeah.
I'm rating it
3 stars.
I give it
wrong.
One of those little carbonite. What's that thing? It's not carbonite. That's the backup program. What's that thing where they put them in the carbon thing? Is carbonite? Is that what they call that?
Yeah.
Wow. Wait. So the company that backs up computers called Carbonite, they got the name for their company from Star Wars?
Most likely.
That's awesome. But, well, dude, the only thing that Carbonite does is clone your computer, back up your files, and stores them in a safe place. Dude.
When you fucking capture someone in Carbonite.
How cool is that? I'm buying Carbonite tomorrow. Just because. Do I get the Star Wars discount because I'm a nerd? We'll never know. All right, let's do this code. Let's do this code 8. Let's do it.
I'm ready.
You ready, Trav?
Yeah.
Everybody's got it up. 10 minutes, 17 seconds.
Yeah.
3, 2, 1, play. Wait, this is from a different channel. It's from its own channel.
Yeah.
Alright, let's see if it's based off the trailer. Who's here after the other trailer for Code 8? Me, thumbs up. Okay, here we go. Drones. It's the same, dude. The other dude was looking at the same shit.
It's the same guy.
Is it?
Think so.
Yeah.
He's just younger. Are we gonna have a fucking District 9 on our hands here? Were they fucking... They're in another country. It's a foreign. Grilled cheese for your ass. And then bites a fucking bite out of it.
Gunshots rang out late last night near Monument Park as police gunned down a telekinetic man during an attempted robbery. Channel 7 has obtained footage from the incident, but viewers need to be warned. It is quite graphic.
Freeze! Put your hands in the air! Put your hands in the air!
This marks the 5th
Motherfucker got shot the fuck up, dude.
police and people with power.
Straight out of Compton. Was this like South America or something? This is...
It's hot as hell out here, man. Almost hope nobody shows up. Pretty refreshing.
Nice hair.
Delicious. Not sure. Here we go.
About to wash somebody's car.
Guys today, man.
They're about to wash a car, y'all. Yep, look. Oh, this is somebody looking for labor.
Get behind the brunt.
Yeah, okay.
What we got?
He's looking for day labor.
Class 2.
Wait. Oh, what the fuck?
Come on, man. Whoa. Okay, you're in.
I'm already in, y'all. What's happening?
Certified electrician.
You special or not?
You need an electrician or not?
No, you look at my guy called in sick. Okay, you and you. Let's go.
Come on, Pedro and Pepe.
But
Gotta be California.
I'll pick up a car. I'll carry your grandma.
Class 2 bronze? Who the fuck is he?
He's strong.
Almost
What is happening?
Yeah, they got powers. Some people do.
And they're doing day labor in front of the fucking Home Depot?
Well, at the beginning, it said 4% of the people that have powers live under the poverty line, like they're poor.
Yeah.
Oh, he can touch that shit. Doesn't bother him. Here's your credits. Wait.
Hey, sure.
No way.
We agreed to 100.
That's a full day. You guys only work 6.
You serious, man?
That's the rate. You don't like it? I'll find some others that do. You lucky I picked you up in the first place.
You need to pay us what you owe us.
Oh, boy.
I will fuck you up, dude.
Forget about this guy, yeah? Let's just get out of here. Some bullshit.
Oh, fucking New Mutants over here. They treat them like shit. Oh, they're the...
Okay.
Dude's voice is like really deep.
I know.
Oh, here comes the police. 2 specials.
1078's clear for deployment on contact. Possible code 8.
Solid copy. 109 on the way.
You couldn't have waited until we were dropped off to smash that window?
Yeah. Sorry, man. I'm just so sick of this shit every day, and for a couple bucks, it's barely worth it.
I can set you up with my cousin. I'm always looking for guys, especially your skills.
I want to know more about this. Why are they the way they are?
Unlike you, I gotta spend to keep this face pretty. Keep spending, friend.
Something's gonna happen to his buddy. Y'all know it's coming, right?
Yeah.
Buddy's gonna die.
Class 2 brawn, 1 unidentified, no criminal record.
Copy that. You are authorized to deploy 1078.
They gonna kill his buddy.
This is the police. Stop where you are and do not move. We will approach you.
Don't move.
1078 deployed and in position. Scene secure.
Good job, 109. 10 Alpha 20?
10 Alpha 20, go ahead.
You are clear to approach.
Copy that.
Approaching 2 suspects at 144 Liberty.
Same Asian dude from the trailer, man.
Yeah.
What are these clowns doing way out here? Going where the job takes them. Same shit we're doing.
To be fair,
Don't think so.
we're 6 minutes into it, and I want to know more about this world. Don't y'all?
Yeah.
Let me see your hands,
Yeah.
please.
Put your hands in the air now.
Turn around. You have any weapons on you? No.
Long way from home, ain't it, fellas? What are you talking about? We live right up the street.
Yeah,
I am a weapon.
Watch your mouth. Easy. They're clean. We got a report of a vandalized truck on Westmount. I'm guessing you two don't know anything about that, right?
You're right. We don't know anything about that.
Just 2 guys taking a nice stroll around the neighborhood. Steel toes.
Say it.
Yeah? Freddy.
Look, man, we're just trying to get home.
I understand that.
Guy stiffed us. Okay, now it's settled.
You know, it's a felony to use your power to settle.
I didn't use my power.
You smashed that window.
Man, a smashed window's nothing to what we deal with every fucking day.
Alright, you didn't use your power. You still broke the law. I have to take you in.
Wait, you're arresting me?
No, that's bullshit.
Get the fuck back.
They're gonna kill his buddy, dude.
Turn around
No,
and
I'm
put your
not
hands
going
behind
anywhere.
your back.
Can't do this. No, I'm not going anywhere.
My brother's waiting for me. What the fuck are you doing?
Here we go.
Stop fighting!
Don't get involved, dude. Let him go to jail. He'll get out. He just got sent in the special tank for 24 hours. Oh, here we go. He's dead.
The special tank.
Y'all get it? Yep, there it is. Told you it was gonna happen. Y'all got it?
Yeah.
Kind of like a drunk tank, but it's a special tank. Look, dude, this is fucked up, man.
Hey, okay, you're gonna be okay. Okay, call an ambulance, man. Phone it in. What's the EMS to 144? No, stay down, stay down. Just.
If you do not comply, you will be shot.
1078's ROE is set to aggressive.
You're all right. Just.
Get down now. This is your final warning. If you do not comply, you will be shot.
He's going Super Saiyan. Electricity, man. Here we go. He's gonna fuck everybody up. EMP. Look at that.
Engine 1 is down. Lose engine 3. 109 is going. Drone down.
Yep.
Drone down.
My controls.
That would have been cool if they would have cut it there.
Yeah, right.
When the drone goes out, that was just it.
1512 miles out. 182 on.
I knew they were gonna kill his buddy. Because he was so nice. He's gonna let him go. He let him go. This needs to be a TV show.
I agree.
Not a movie, a TV show. Look at that. Damn. What's that picture up there? What is that? Oh,
That's
it's the
the
channel.
Annotation, yeah.
I'd watch it. There's another one. What's this?
I don't know, but I'm clicking on it.
I'm clicking on it. I want to know more.
Yeah.
They got me. Coming soon. So this is a movie? This is happening?
Yeah, they made a movie out of it. What if the movie he's already wanted and that's
Yeah, like they don't cover this shit.
Yeah, this came out February 2019, this Psych Raid.
Hey, wait. The movie Code 8 released October the 3rd.
So it's out.
2019. A Canadian sci-fi directed by Jeff Chan. Maybe he was the guy. I don't know. I mean, I ain't I'm trying to point no fingers, but he looked like a Chan. You got it pulled up, Trav? The other one?
Which one?
The one that was trying to send us. Oh, he got you.
I got you, bro.
This at the end of that, it put this up to click on.
Alright, I'm ready.
3, 2, 1, play. Here we go. More. These drones look better. Look how better.
Yeah.
Oh, they're slim.
Delta 118 is westbound.
Y'all, this is.
Guardian standing by.
It's got a real District 9 feel to it, y'all.
Yeah, it does.
What the fuck's a drone? And an eviction notice. Look at this. The raid.
D118, 40 meters.
Y'all know this is the future. Look at that, dude. That's so cool. Dude, that drone is huge. I think that Asian dude is the director. Look, this kid was doing some. Oh, here we go.
Back inside. Lock your door.
I'm gonna watch this movie. Let me get my tablet out.
So they can see what the
drone sees.
sees.
Look at that. Tell it what to do. Here it goes. It's gonna breach. Oh my god.
Holy shit.
Oh shit. That was it?
That was footage from the trailer.
Oh.
Right, I'm going to the web to the.
I'm in.
Yeah, they've only got. They did an Indiegogo campaign. So they released a short film in 2016, got 5 million views. Then did an Indiegogo campaign, according to this video here.
Let me run this by you. The movie dropped October the 3rd, this month, right? Google users, 95%. IMDb, 8.5. Go ahead.
The Indiegogo, how much do you think it raised?
20 million. That's probably a lot, right? 8 million.
Yeah.
Not that high?
2.4.
Well, I was just wishful thinking, but still.
28,600 backers.
Only 28,000 people, and they raised that kind of money?
Yeah.
Y'all, the movie, the actual film that's been released, it's an hour and 38 minutes. Fantasy sci-fi. 95% of Google users rated that shit up.
It looks like a superhero villain side version of that Will Smith movie with the wands. Bright.
Yeah. That was pretty good.
Instead of it being like a fantasy, it looks like it's more of a sci-fi.
Even better, it's a sci-fi fantasy. That's the category for it. Like, dude, 8.5 on IMDb.
Really?
Dude. Oh yeah, 8.5. Dude, Google users, 95%.
Wow.
Gave it the thumbs up. Hang on though. Let's see. Jeff Chan.
Yeah, it says it's a sequel to the 2016 short film of the same name.
Oh, I'm watching this shit. That's not the guy from the movie or the thing we just watched. But he is an Asian. Oh, he's from New Jersey. What?
Yeah, guys, I think that's probably it for me.
All right, yeah, we'll shut it down. Shut down.
I ain't felt that good lately.
Wait, before you go, Trav, you know who the lead in this movie is?
Who?
And I didn't piece it together. He's the fucking dude that played fucking Arrow.
Yeah.
From I didn't put that together. That's fucking amazing.
Arnell or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's him and like this other guy, I think. For some reason I was thinking the dude was from Film Right.
We got some Film Right in the works.
Oh, that came out yesterday.
Well, we're gonna watch that soon. Is that a short film?
Yeah.
I'm gonna preview that and see what's up. But yeah, we're shutting it down. What are we watching next week? Y'all remember?
I don't remember.
Let's see. I don't have anything else written down other than Jacob's Ladder. I had Walk Hard, The Doors, Swiss Army Man, Jacob's Ladder. What's next?
Do y'all want to start the 2001, The Shining?
Oh, go ahead. I mean, it is October.
Yeah.
I mean, it won't be when we come back, but like watch The Shining and then watch. Wait, what? Oh, Stanley Kubrick.
We're going to the Kubrick Film Festival.
Okay, so we're gonna do 4 of them, right?
Yeah.
We do 4.
Yeah.
Now, did he direct Full Metal Jacket?
Yeah, but we're gonna save that for the war.
So we're doing 2001.
And The Shining. I think we should do
and The Shining. Oh, okay. Shining, 2001. What's the other 2? Do we just wait and see what we want to do?
Yeah.
Hey, what was that one? Vanilla Skies. Oh,
Eyes Wide Shut.
Oh, you know. So next week, watching The Shining. That's it.
Yeah, let's
Done.
do it.
All right, Shining. Fucking here's Johnny. Checks in the mail.